Bloody ambush on retired police officer. Suspect dressed as a woman opened fire as he left the mosque in Gaziantep. A suspect who dressed as a woman in a black chador due to a 5-year-long dispute over farmland carried out an armed attack on a retired police officer as he was leaving Friday prayers. While the retired police officer, who was seriously wounded by 3 bullets, remains in intensive care, a dashcam captured the moment the assailant removed his veil inside the taxi he used to flee. The suspect was taken into custody, arrested, and sent to prison. In front of the Ibni Sina Mosque in Gaziantep's Şahinbey district, İlhan T allegedly donned a black veil to disguise himself as a woman in order to carry out an armed attack on 68-year-old retired police officer Ökkeş Koyuncu, with whom he had been feuding for about 5 years over a land dispute. He fired shots one after another as people were leaving the mosque in the incident that occurred on August 7th. İlhan T, who had been following Koyuncu as he went to the Ibni Sina Mosque for Friday prayers, acted in front of the mosque and pulled out the 2 handguns he was carrying. The suspect fired repeatedly at Koyuncu. 7 shots were fired during the attack, and Koyuncu was seriously injured after being struck by 3 bullets. Retired police officer seriously injured following reports from nearby citizens. 112 emergency medical services and police teams were dispatched to the scene. After initial treatment by medical teams at the scene, the seriously injured retired police officer was taken to the hospital for treatment. It was reported that Koyuncu remains in critical condition. *** camera captures escape of attacker dressed as a woman following the armed attack. İlhan T, who was attempting to flee the scene, got into a taxi while wearing a sheet. The moments when the suspect removed his sheet after traveling a short distance in the taxi and was apprehended by police were captured second by second on the in-car camera. The footage shows the suspect in the sheet getting into the taxi, removing the sheet during the ride, and being apprehended by police officers. Shortly thereafter, the attacker was arrested. İlhan T, who was apprehended by police while attempting to flee in a taxi wearing a sheet following the armed attack, was taken into custody. After undergoing procedures at the police station, he was arrested by judicial authorities and sent to prison. We don't even know the faces of the people on the other side describing the armed attack that occurred while her father was at prayer. Ganek said, "The incident stems from a field dispute that took place 5 years ago. My father's rightful claim to the field was proven by the court. Despite this, he never wanted the field in any way and did not meet with the other side. We, too, did not have any meetings with them. We don't even recognize the people on the other side by sight. Over these 5 years, we have no idea what they harbored a grudge about or what they couldn't bring themselves to accept. We simply don't know any of this. My father is currently in intensive care. We do not want to deal with the other side or come face to face with them. *** We want to know that the government is behind you." Ganek, calling for justice, said, "We want justice to uphold our rights. My father never encouraged us to use violence. He never suggested that we fight with anyone or resort to violence. Whenever an incident occurred, my father, a retired police officer, told us that the government is always on our side. We, too, want to know that the government is on our side."